I'm alive.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to X-Marks the Spot with me, your host, Richter Hammer. I never expect that. I don't know why. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. All right. So joining me as always is Mr. James Phoenix
Hello.
and Chriz the Mole
And hello.
and Marcus Shadow.
What's up?
So first, as we usually do, we're going to run through our awards up to 5 for anything that happened during the week that we want to highlight, or we just thought of some funny award to give it because sometimes we are clever.
Indeed.
And then after that, we will go through our match and promo of the night for the various shows that we saw. All right, so let's get into our first award. Take it away, Marcus.
All right, I call this the Cerebral Assassin Award, and it goes to Randy Orton in general, but specifically, I loved the opening bit where the authorities out there. The authority goons, I should say, not Triple H and Stephanie themselves, but the rest of them are out there, and they call Orton out, and they're welcoming him back to the fold, saying, we had our doubts, but you proved yourself last week, yada yada yada. And like Jamie Noble's like, no, he's a no good 2-bit dirty snake. I'm not gonna trust him. And Mercury just refuses to say anything. And Orton takes the mic, and he proceeds to rip on the authority on each and every one of them, and it's glorious when he does it. He's like, look at what you've become. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but he had like a really good line on like Kane and stuff about being like the devil's favorite demon, but now he's like getting coffee and shit. I'm just like, that's awesome. And he's like, I'm just fucking with you guys. You need to lighten up. And I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking, it's Orton. No, he's not. Because he was talking about...
As Stephanie pointed out later in the night.
Yes. Because when he got up to... I love what he does, too, because he goes through each and every one of them, including J&J Security. And he gets up to Noble and rips on him, and then he turns to Mercury, who's leaning against the ropes. And Mercury's just kind of turning his head away from him. He's like, kind of, waves his hand at him or flexes his hand at him, like, yeah, bring it, I can take it. And Orton just kind of looks at him and then turns to Seth Rollins, just completely ignoring Mercury. Like, you're not worth my time, scrub. And he gets up into Rollins' face. He's like, I'm just biding my time, waiting until the right moment, and then I'm gonna make you my bitch. I'm just like, wow. Like, this is probably one of the best promos I've ever heard from Orton. He made one flub because he tripped over his words once, but aside from that, it was a pretty spot-on promo that he cut. And the big reason it's called the Cerebral Assassin Award, aside from that, is because end of the night, what does he do once he gets Rollins alone? He beats the holy piss out of him.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so, Cerebral Assassin Award to Randy Orton. So he apparently did learn from the best.
I agree. He learned from Ric Flair.
Yeah.
He learned how to be dirty from Ric Flair. He learned how to completely fuck with every single person in that ring from Triple H. That's why it's called the Cerebral Assassin Award. Because what Orton did that night is totally something like heel Triple H at like the apex of his career would have done. It's exactly how Triple H would have done it. It's like, wow.
The apex career predator.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Next award, take it away, James.
All right. So, my first award of the night. I could not come up with a catchy title for this award, unfortunately. So, I just called this Tag Teams Galore because I thought it was nice that WWE at least put in an attempt to show that they have a tag team division tonight. By having several tag team matches in a row and tying them into a Divas match in the middle. I'm like, okay, that was actually some clever booking. I'm credited on that. And the fact that you're trying to show that, yes, okay, we got rid of Golden Stardust, but there's actually some tag teams here. And some of them are not terrible. We got the Usos and a few others. Check, we have a tag team division, and we're aware we have a tag team division, and we're going to try to make this work. We're showing tag teams off. I'm like, this is kind of cool. I like this. I don't get to show it that often. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, which I will piggyback off that and just swap two of my awards around. I had that one, and I called it Matchception.
Nice.
Because it started with Cesaro and Kid versus New Day, then suddenly became Natalia versus Naomi, who came out with the Usos, and then suddenly the Usos then went against Primo and Epico. It's like, it was weird as fuck. It was a kind of nice idea, but it was weird to just go match, no break in between. Just like, each match was then suddenly forgotten because all you seem to really remember from it was the fact it was a match with inside a match with inside a match with inside a match. It's like
Inside a Taco Bell, inside your brain.
Yeah, it was a weird ass booking for the situation, which, like Marcus said, it felt like they realized they were probably gonna go over time somewhere, and just like, yeah, let's just throw this all together now.
Yeah, it's back to back. I'd also like to piggyback off that to my next award. It's called the New Kids on the Block Award, spelled KIDD. And that goes to the production truck people for fucking up. Because the New Day came out first, and then Kid and Cesaro came out to fight them. The problem was the New Day's music was still playing. The New Day's music and Titantron were still playing. When Kid and Cesaro came out, it switched to Cesaro's music with Kid and Cesaro's little Minitron ticker at the bottom. But they forgot to change the Titantron, so they came out with the New Day's Titantron still playing.
I didn't notice that.
Like, one of these things is not like the other.
Wow.
I mentioned that to Mole when we were watching. I was like, Mole, is that still the New Day's Titantron?
To which, like I said, I don't see in color, you racist.
But yeah, I had to give it to the production truck. So back to Jim.
No, back to Rick.
No, back to Richter. How about he gives an award? It's his fucking show.
That's true.
That's okay. I only had 4 anyway, so. So there you go. Actually, yeah, that'll make it flow better. So, Jim, why don't you do your second award?
How would that make it flow better?
Because he just said he only has 4.
Yeah, I only have 4, so I'll skip my first one and then everything.
Oh, okay.
Like a little motorized scooter. It'll just.
When everything comes up Millhouse.
Okay. So then I guess I'm confused then. Okay. Anyway.
Just do your second award and it'll all
That's
make
what I'm
sense
doing.
later.
Okay. Okay. Award number 2, I called it #WizKhalifail. Because I don't think anybody gave a shit. Anybody except Sandow gave a shit that Wiz Khalifa was there.
I'd like to piggyback off that. I have that as an award as well. I actually have 2 names for it for kind of 2 reasons for the same bit. It's all one award. I have it. Raw is a pay-per-view? / I Weep for Our Future award for the Wiz Khalifa performance, because the pay-per-view one being, wait a minute, I thought only pay-per-views had musical performances, and the I Weep for Our Future award is for I weep for our future if our future thinks this is talent.
Well, clearly they didn't, because if you didn't hear, the arena was fucking dead. They did not give a shit about Wiz Khalifa.
I will make the case the audience did get into him a bit.
Yeah.
I will also make the case, out of all the people we've had performing live in recent years in WWE, like that Florida State Line, what the hell they're called, or Georgia State Line and Flow Rider and all that crap. These are the only ones.
Georgia Line.
These are the only ones whose song sounded the same live as it does recorded. They actually sound good live. I will give them props. I don't like the music, but they get props because they didn't sound like shit live. I'm looking at you, the people who sung Cult of Personality.
Ha!
Mm-hmm. 2.
Oh, I can't vote. No. Anyway.
So, yeah, piggybacking off of that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I felt like, yeah, a couple people were getting into it, but it's like, it doesn't, I'm sorry, but when you are the professional rapper and you come out singing and you're getting less audience reaction than R-Truth, you have a problem.
And this is in his hometown. That's kind of sad.
See, like I said, I thought he got a reaction because when he started to go nearer the crowd that was singing, all the crowd started to sing along with, well, move along with him, started to slap him. You saw the crowds going up, and you heard the cheers and stuff. So I thought he did get a strong reaction.
Okay, I guess I'm just used to louder WWE reactions because it didn't seem like he was getting much out of them. Maybe it was just me.
He got a fair reaction considering he was in his hometown, but
I think he got a good reaction. But I've noticed in WWE, whenever they do musical acts, the music is loud enough that if the crowd is into it, it drowns out the crowd.
Ah, okay.
This is true too.
I can do
it.
But
I kind of have to side with Jim on this one. It was a decent reaction, again, considering it was his hometown, but I don't think it was as strong a reaction as someone like, I don't know, like Sean Combs or Kid Rock would have got.
Yeah.
Or Daniel Bryan, for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, like I said, it's not a strong reaction as in terms of like for example, if you could bring Queen out to the ring if they were still together and stuff, and they wouldn't suddenly like join the Attitude Era, bring Queen out. If Austin walked out, he's still going to get the same a large reaction. So the Daniel Bryan thing is invalid. The Kid Rock thing is he's actually performed WWE songs before. That wouldn't work. Although I don't think many people know who the fuck he is now. Yeah. I thought this guy got as much a reaction as most of the bands normally do now, but this one actually felt like he deserved it because I don't like the song, but at least it sounded like it does when it's live. It doesn't sound like he can't perform live, because I always hate that when you see a singer and when they actually perform live, they sound like shit. That always just makes me go, oh.
Yeah, like that one asshole that thinks he's a rock star that wears the light-up jacket.
Yeah.
Have you seen the shot? I realized I saw the pictures. He actually wears the jacket in concert.
He does.
He wears the jacket while he's singing. I didn't know that.
He does.
I'm sorry, Jericho. You know I love you. Anyway.
Now, are you saying I love you, or are you saying I'm sorry, I love you, and about to kick him in the face?
No one knows. But just back to Hammy, whom I'm hoping is keeping track of where we're at right now.
We're on award number 2, and you guys have given your second one, and Jeff's given a third one.
Okay. So basically, we're letting the old guy go quickly so he doesn't forget. That's a good idea.
That's because we all have very similar awards this week for Raw.
We all liked Wiz Khalifa.
I haven't given my second one.
All right, well, let's rectify that. Give your second award. Whoa.
Fool's Gold!
Oh, you got me.
And this is for Wade Barrett. That's right, Wade. Giving his IC title back from R-Truth. Only as he then looks in the bag and he's on the ramp. Oh, not ramp, like the stair ramp. You know what I mean? The stairway. Yeah. He's on the stairway, and as he pulls it out, it's a fake, and you see R-Truth run up the ramps like really sneakily, like Swiper from Dora. And then he pulls out the belt, and it's the real one. He's like, ha! As he gets away. I was like, I don't know why. That's kind of funny. I'm sorry, that's kind of funny. He tricked him with a fake bag, which I had to call Fool's Gold.
Nice.
But speaking of things that are golden here at the X-Pound, back to Richter.
I resent that. That's gimmick infringement.
No, you paint things gold. He prints gold.
Print gold. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he prints green, but okay.
No, he prints gold.
I print gold.
He prints gold. Or ivory.
There you go. All right. I believe this is. I believe this. My first award is from Raw. I saw it on YouTube. Just based off who's in it. I probably should say this for last, but I'll try to go chronologically. But I call this the Hallmark moment, where Reigns speared Mark Henry through the barricade, and like the title of the video on YouTube, it's like the Hall of Pain is now closed, and I really wish he had said that. Like, if he did that and then just went and grabbed the mic and he's like, the Hall of Pain is now closed, and then just dropped it, I'd be like, dude, just all the haters can just go away. He just killed them all, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, aw, that would have been amazing.
Nice.
That was a cool moment.
And I could almost see that. You know what I wish they would do is like do that and then just put the OMG on the screen like before he does it. Like just take the piss out of the game and just do that. They wouldn't, but that'd be amazing.
Oh my god, blank through a bang.
Just put a what? Cards Against Humanity on the screen.
Yeah. But they should play that one day in the ring. And let the audience vote via the WWE app, now available, on which wrestler had the funniest answer.
Yes. Oh man, that'd be a great match, actually. We will never do that, but that'd be cool.
Wow.
All
Okay.
right, so with your third award, take it away, Jim.
All right. My third award, called it Yabba Dabba Don't Do This. Because, okay, I understand you're promoting your movie, but do you really need to dress the Bellas up like Pebbles Flintstone and make horrible rock jokes? The movie's going to do more than enough of that for you. You don't need to do it live. Stop it, WWE. Stop it.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
It was still awesome the way they delivered it. Like, I loved it when she leaned in and goes, yabba dabba do. And I'm like, that's awesome. The way she did it, I don't know why she made it threatening
Yeah.
in terms of a diva's threat.
Although am I the only one that was waiting for AJ to jump them from behind and be like, I was in the Scooby-Doo movie, bitches!
Yep. Also in NXT, the divas, because they're the future, they're dressed as the Jetsons.
Nice.
I see what you did there.
I was gonna say that if AJ really wanted to drive home shoes in the Scooby-Doo one, she should try to pull off one of their masks. It was really Steph. Ow! Ow! She's like, why won't this come off? What?
That needs to happen. She needs to pull off Triple H's face and have it be Vince Russo the entire time it's been booking all this. Thus fulfilling Richter's need for a Scooby-Doo reference and my need for a Russo swerve.
So would that then amalgamate into Scooby Swerve?
It could, though. I believe Rey Mysterio already did that when they unmasked him, and he was wearing another mask.
This is true. Actually, I think Scooby beat them to that when they unmasked Mysterious figure, and it was Alicia Silverstone, who was actually an old guy. If anybody's seen the live-action movie.
Yeah.
I remember.
The second one, the good one.
I thought the good one was the Cartoon Network prequels.
Well, those two are good also, but I really like the second theatrical one. But that's a topic for another review. Let's get back to wrestling.
All right, so with your third award, take it away, Mo.
I don't think you know what that means. That award goes to JBL on commentating as Orton started to beat up Seth Rollins near the end, and he goes, "Randy's going, Randy!" And like I screamed to Mark at the time, "That's not what that means!"
Yeah, what happened to oh, he's hearing the voices, Cole. No, now it's Randy's going Randy.
Yeah. Which I want a t-shirt that says "I'm going Randy." I want that t-shirt to be made by WWE. I would purchase it.
Am I the only one who's thinking now if that's going to be one of like Orton's new taglines that they need to get Mike Myers to promote him? Oh, he's going Randy, baby.
Yeah. But I just thought it was a weird choice of words to say Randy's going Randy, as if you don't know what the word Randy means. I understand what you're meaning with how they did it. I understand what their, I don't know, intention.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd just be like basically saying Hugh G. Rection is going Hugh G. Rection. You would be like, wait, what? And admit it, part of your attention would be looking at his crotch, like, is that really what's happening here?
No.
No.
I just want him to start going to top turnbuckle, and they're like, huge erections going up.
Yeah, I like that name.
Why did I just say that?
Yeah, I loved his name of Hugh G. Rection. It was one of the greatest in-ring names of all time. It'll never get you to main event. But speaking of things going randy, back to Rick.
My next award here is, of course, we're going to NXT, but it's Full Sail from Full Sail award, because they kept advertising that that NXT's gonna actually go somewhere instead of Full Sail. They're gonna be in Ohio, and that made me laugh because it's like, oh right, A-Rai is gonna fight Kevin Owens. I'm like, cool, you're advertising that A-Rai is gonna get beat up. It's like, and Alexa Bliss is going to take on Sasha in her hometown. I'm like, so you're just advertising two people that are going to completely lose. Cool, I guess.
You're advertising squash matches, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, they don't let people win in their hometown against the champion. Yeah. Well, you never know, but it just felt like they're like, look at these matches that will get somebody hurt. It's like, cool.
Unless your name is Dwayne or The Rock.
Yeah.
Lest we forget, he won the title technically in Miami, which is where he's been billed from, but still. Because WWE never goes to Hawaii, but yeah.
That's because I don't think there's an arena in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Sure there is.
He should be billed from California now. That's pretty much where he lives.
Pretty much.
True. But yeah, his alma mater is Miami, so they bill him from Miami, which is fine.
I still feel like for the duration of his career, he should have been billed from the SmackDown Hotel.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
All right. So with fourth award, take it away, Marcus.
All right, I call this the Michael Bay Award, and that goes to WWE Creative for pissing all over the legacy and legitimacy of the IC title with the whole R-Truth steals the title storyline. It's gotten to ridiculous points. It's gotten to hardcore 24/7 degrees now. I'm like, no, stop it. Stop it now.
To be fair, Wade Barrett's still champion. This is just basically like The Rock and Austin and Kurt Angle throwing belts off the bridge.
Yeah, but that's like a one-time thing. This is an ongoing thing where the title itself is now a joke. And I'm like, I don't like the fact that you're making the physical title itself seem like a joke instead of a legitimate thing that you earned.
Vargas? I hate to interject, but
No,
I feel like... Yes, I do. And I feel like for your own benefit, I know sometimes you miss things in wrestling, so I should probably point out that that Intercontinental title has been a joke since the last time Cody Rhodes dropped it.
Where is that? But
yes, but who's had it? Like with Wade Barrett now having it, there's at least been some sort of legitimacy to it. It's not been at the prestige it was once, like back say when Triple H held it, but this just seems like it's just pissing all over. Like it's beating a dead horse. Like it's hitting a man while he's down. It's like, no, just stop it. Just stop it now.
Yeah, but the idea behind this is because it's a multi-man match for the Intercontinental Champion. Now, for the advertisement for it, we keep having multiple people holding up the title. It's like when they did the six-man Hell in a Cell. There was multiple times where someone would beat up the champion and hold the belt or walk off with the belt leading into it. So you had the whole thing of leading in, oh my god, look, that's what this person looks like as champion. That's what this person looks like as champion. So you're like, oh, anyone can win this.
Which is fine if you have them like hold up the belt or whatever, but when they did that, see, every week the champion would still have his belt. The fact that the champion basically hasn't had the belt for like 3 weeks on the run is like, no. It seems like the belt is some joke that's just being passed around like a fucking joint. I'm like, I don't like it.
Well, I'd like to counter with 2 points on that. Number one, the fact that it's being passed around, but the fact of the matter is that this little storyline where it's being passed around is more attention than the Intercontinental title has gotten in about 5 years. And number two, I'd like to point out the fact that I don't know about you, But compared to certain other title pictures, I would rather have a champion who is there every week with no belt than having no champion.
That's oddly specific. What were you on about? No, like I said, I can understand Marcus's complaint with that if he thinks it makes it seem like a joke. Like I said, to me, it's more of a thing of it's people like Dean Ambrose and R-Truth. They're just fucking with Wade Barrett. It's the characters that are complete dicks and like to screw with people, fucking with like the ultra serious Wade Barrett. Which
But where does Dolph Ziggler come in?
he's in the match, so it's like, well, he kind of has to. So it's like, okay. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, and to make it a little funny to the point where it's like, okay, I'm a little interested in this match.
And what the fuck is Stardust doing in the match?
Because he's no longer feuding with Goldust.
I thought they were going to have a WrestleMania match.
Apparently not.
And then Goldust was going to retire.
Apparently not.
Oh. I love when Goldust interferes, it costs him the ladder match, and that leads to a WrestleMania feud.
Yep.
Like, they have a match later in the night, just impromptu. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I was disappointed to hear that they cut that too. I'm like, no. That's what I was looking forward to. I want Cody back, damn it.
I get the feeling what they might be doing, unfortunately, is Goldust might retire and they might have Cody basically take over as the Goldust. Except he's Stardust.
Maybe. According to Mole, they cut it because they found that people weren't interested in that feud, so they said, well, fuck it, if people aren't interested in that feud, we're not going to run with it.
Yeah, I mentioned that's what one of the LOL dirt sheets were talking about, which it looks that way, to be fair, which I'm hoping that's not the case.
Yeah,
but it probably will be. It will be because he's in this match. There's no other match for him. Unless they do two. Unless they double book him.
Russo.
True, and by the way, speaking of people with no matches, what the hell are they doing with Daniel Bryan? Are they trying to piss people off?
He's in that match too.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be in there?
No, he's not.
That's
He's been hanging around the feud, but he's not in the match. There's only 6 men in the match.
I thought he was in the match because there's an interview up with him on IGN.com where he gives an interview about how at his match at WrestleMania he's hoping to win the Intercontinental Championship and how much that would mean to him.
Well, last I checked, he wasn't in the match unless they added him. He was not in the match last time I checked that.
I think they added him like this week. This past week on Raw.
Okay, maybe.
It's possible.
I think you're right. I think the first week they did it when R-Truth handed Bryan the belt, because Bryan was the one person who didn't try to take the belt because he wasn't in the match, and R-Truth handed to him, and he just kind of tried, like, okay, and held it up. And I think after that, he then inserted himself in the match.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they ain't doing anything else with him.
But yeah, they did add him. Yeah, okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 7-man ladder match. It's a 7-man ladder match as of right now. So they might add one more dude to even that out.
Gold dust, gold dust, gold dust. But back to Hammy.
Fandango.
Jericho, Jericho.
Or if they were smart, Adrian Neville.
Yes.
Yes.
How famous would that make Virgil? Hint, hint.
Yeah.
All right, so my fourth award then. I believe we're still on 4.
We are. I haven't given mine yet.
Oh yeah, okay, then you go.
And
ahead.
nor has Jim. I just gave mine.
Oh my gosh! Now I got. See, I was fine up until everything. When everything was confused, I kept it straight, and then once it got back, you swerved me. All right. So Jim, go ahead.
I thought Mole was going.
You go after me.
Yeah, you go after Marcus.
Okay.
Then Mole, then Richter, then Bender, then Fleck, and Fry.
Yes.
Right. Yep. Can we do it alphabetically instead?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway. So, my next word is that legal?
Yes.
I will make it legal.
Apparently, no. I knew that was coming, too. I set that up. But, so, maybe I misunderstood, because this is one of those gray areas, but Cena makes Rusev pass out twice. Does Lana have the legal authority to accept the WrestleMania match on Rusev's behalf?
Yes, because she's his manager.
Yes, that's that. Yeah, managers can accept matches on people's behalf, and they can even throw towels in the ring to make people submit when they haven't previously. They can also they can also mistranslate what their clients say. Managers have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if managers didn't have that authority, then Brock Lesnar's contract wouldn't work.
Well, right. I'm just saying I didn't know. Because he's saying on behalf of Brock, I say this, but I didn't know if. It's very obvious that Rusev is passed out and not capable of saying it. Does her saying that technically count?
Yes, because
I just didn't know because I could have sworn they specifically said, John, the only way you're going to get your match is if you get Rusev to say yes. Like, that was the exact terminology, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I assume it's legal.
I would figure it is, too. I was just curious.
Only because managers do have power in WWE, and let's not forget, last month we had a title signing where the person was handcuffed, a pen put in his hand, and forced to type right.
This is true. This is true. Make that legal, too.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in story designer.
Back to Hammy.
All right, so Mole with your fourth award, take it away.
As I alluded to earlier, this is why the hotel closed down. The owners of a $6 million mansion in Southwest Ranches are trying to get big screen superstar Dwayne Johnson to pay for damages that their crib sustained while Johnson was renting it, according to two real estate sources in Broward County. Gossip Extra was told that Johnson, 42, whose new movie, San Andreas, is set to be released May 29th, just moved out of the sprawling ranch at 1781 SW 63rd Manor after renting it for 2 years at the $25,000 per month. The actor lived on 5-acre property with his entourage, while they must be his people, while his permanent
calling his people.
While his permanent digs down the street were being finished. There used to be this really nice fountain out front that shot water 15 feet into the air, the source says. Now it's gone. The alleged damage also includes rotten astroturf in the 5-acre property's batting cages, scraping up concrete paint under the overhead while the rock's black Ford pickup truck was usually parked, thousands of dead plants and flowers that are likely not watered, dozens of dead rare tropical fish in the saltwater tank, and so many scratches on the wooden floors that they need to be completely refinished throughout the 2-story ranch house. The total cost of repair seems to be anywhere up to $80,000 to repair it. And that was my news. This is why the hotel closed down, because The Rock can't look after his shit. Thank you.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
I didn't know what people thought about that, but I was like, okay, that's a little interesting. I can take that for Richter's show. I'm sure Richter would appreciate that.
Indeed, wow. Indeed. Now the question is, are any of these claims legitimate?
So, like I said, to be fair, it says allegedly, but they have actually filed the cases, and it is coming from the county themselves.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
And it's also worth noting, which you can look up later, Jim, there is photos of all the damage.
Okay.
So yeah, he laid the smackdown on that manner.
Fair enough.
And his deposit check.
Well, I would imagine the damage is true. The question is he or his people the ones that did it? I think that's what's going to be in dispute.
I would make the case if it was happened while he was under contract, he's liable.
That's why I said if he or his people did it.
Yeah. Because that must be the case, because he only just moved out, and that seems a lot of damage to do in that amount of time. Like, why the hell would you scrape and damage your own wooden floors?
Why the hell would you rip out a fountain?
I don't know, it was in the way. They realized they could save money by just constantly restocking a bottle of Diet Coke and some Mentos. I want a Mentos and Diet Coke fountain to just keep going outside. That would be amazing. But like I said, I don't know if it's 100% true or not, or if he'll be charged. But I thought that was a little interesting tidbit. Back to Hammer.
Okay. Speaking of The Rock, for my fourth award, I call this the. Well, this is a little out of order, but anyway, I call this the "Have you seen The Rock" award, where Kevin Owens comes out to make fun of Alex Riley, and he's like, he says he's stupid. He's like, "'Cause look at that tattoo on your back," and I'm like, the tattoo on his back. You're gonna call him stupid because of that? Have you seen The Rock? Have you seen that fucking stupid tribal monstrosity? Have you seen the Big Show with the tiger and shit? Like, and you're gonna call the like kind of like cross design that you can kind of see on his back. You're gonna call that stupid, but not any of the really stupid. Like, have you seen the Mike Tyson one? I mean, really? You're gonna call that a stupid tattoo, but not the. Okay, fine.
Have you seen Jeff Hardy?
Yeah. Which I will say, fair enough.
That might be an actual police bulletin, though. I don't know if that's. Yeah.
I thought you were going the opposite route with that when you said the Rock and then you announced the insult. I was like, yeah, that totally seems like something the Rock did. He's like, haha, I don't like Cena because he has a different coloured shirt.
Yeah.
Ooh, you heel, how dare you have multiple outfits. Ooh, we don't take too kindly for people who change their clothes around here. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, you look like a big bowl of Fruity Pebbles. How does that make sense? It's like slightly clever because he's not like he's wearing them all at once, like when Joey wore all of Chandler's
I was
clothes.
just thinking, could I be wearing any more merch?
Maybe if I wasn't going commando. He started to do the squat first. The whole
If I wasn't going Marine.
No, it's like I enjoyed what The Rock said, don't get me wrong, but let's face facts with the Cena-Rock feud. Cena was coming up with semi-legitimate reasons, like you say you're here, you lied and said you're never going away, then left, and The Rock's insult back was, ooh, you have a new t-shirt. I mean, literally, like, imagine like where you work, Rick, if someone came up to you and go, ooh, I don't like you, you wear a different tie this week. Or you got a different hat this week. You're just going to look at me, you're going to be like, okay, whatever, dick, and just walk the fuck off. You're not going to be like a massive feud.
Yeah. That would be an awesome feud, though.
You versus anyone would be a awesome feud.
Yeah.
That's what should have happened.
You've got a tie on. What? How dare you? That's it. Point to the WrestleMania sign.
Yeah. That's what should have happened with the NXT thing for you, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens should have mentioned, yeah, you have a tattoo on your back. Boo, tattoos look stupid. The light should have gone out. That just would have been amazing. Lights come on, boom, tombstone, leave. We're like, wait, did he feud with him? Nope, he just took offense at his tattoo comment.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. All right.
But in all fairness, that insult to Cena with the shirts is legitimate because he was giving a bad name to Power Rangers everywhere. They're supposed to wear one color all the time.
See, I thought what gives a bad name to Power Rangers is running your roommate through with a sword.
Oh, too soon.
No, dude,
too
that's
soon.
legitimate.
Sorry, I thought what
Fuck
would
with the Red Ranger if he does that.
Okay then, Jim, I'll say sorry if that was too soon. I'll say, well, I thought what gave Power Rangers a bad name was the fact they couldn't get the correct answers for Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I could go on, but I won't. Out of respect for Richter. And his Goldar-like body. I don't know how this makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Oh, God. This is getting more hilarious in my mind because first you mentioned the tie, so then I was picturing Big Show in a suit, and then you said Goldar. Now I'm seeing Goldar in a suit.
Imagine Goldar dressed like Dilbert. Thank you.
Wow. That'd be amazing. And the funny thing is, if you emailed Kerrigan Mahan, he'd probably get his Goldar guy to dress up in a suit. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably would.
But anyway.
Also, the only one thinking with the whole Kevin Owens tattoo thing is he makes that remark, and then all you hear is voices, and Randy comes out and just boom, RKO. And it's just like, never talk about my tattoos, and he walks off.
No, he just makes a tattoo comment. Look in my eyes, what do you see?
Yeah,
He just go to sleep. He just leaves again. He's like, no, I'm not back. I had to do that one thing. I'm not back. Ignore it. I'm not here.
And I'm going to make a prediction for NXT going forward.
Mm-hmm.
At their next event, with these two facing off against each other, it's going to be the first ever in WWE Ink vs. Laser match, where if he wins, laser surgery. If he loses, he has to be tattooed.
There you go.
And they'll treat it just like hair versus hair. Like, imagine people like Kamala coming out and using high-tech laser removal surgery. That poor wrestler, he died. Oops, there goes his arm.
Wow, that is horrible.
Why is horrible?
The fact that you made that joke and used Kamala.
Well, they always use him for stuff like that. I know they won't now, but...
I'm just saying, you're not going to get his arm cut off. He already had his legs cut off. That's not right.
Well, it's allowed.
Oh, poor Kamala.
I liked Kamala at one point. Just because it was funny when he kept trying to like pin Undertaker. And, oh, he's doing it on his when Undertaker's on his stomach. Oh, Kamala.
Back to Hammy.
Yep. Hammy.
All right. So with your fifth and final award, take it away, Marcus.
All right, I call this the Epic Rap Battle of History Award. So the setup cuts backstage. You see Miz talking to somebody about how he's, I can't remember exactly what he said, but something about like, he's a great entertainer and, we should work together and I should have a label, yada, yada, yada. Pans out and you see Wiz Khalifa standing there. And it's before the concert. And Wiz Khalifa's like, I get that you're a big entertainer stuff. I'm a fan of yours. You're cool, but I already got somebody, and he's quite frankly better than you are. And so let me show you who I got to do this thing with me. I give you Damien Wizdow. So Sando comes out dressed kind of like Wiz Khalifa, and basically announces to The Miz that he's entering the Andre the Giant Battle Royale at WrestleMania via a rap. And he actually had some skill that I was like, wow, he actually sounded pretty good doing that. I'm like, that was funny, and that was awesome.
That was funny. I also liked the little bit in between, before he brought out Sandow, and he's like to Miz, no, I don't want to team with you because, I saw your advert last week for erectile dysfunction, and I think it would hurt my image if we were teaming together. And I'm like, that's awesome. They actually tied the, Niagara advert. Yeah, I thought that was a great bit. But I had to give it to Damien Wizdow because that was brilliant. Yeah, if you haven't seen that yet, Richter, you need to go find a clip of Damien Wizdow. And Niagara. Yeah, and you need to see the Niagara thing. That thing was awesome. You can probably find it on the WWE YouTube channel.
I believe so, yeah. I remember one of the videos I saw showed part of the Niagara one.
Hell, the Niagara one might also be on the WWE Network, available now for $9.99 under This Week in WWE.
It's true.
Maybe.
Did they actually make the $9.99 shirt, or just people? Because I've seen people with it, in the background NXT, and I wasn't sure if it was just people made it or they actually sell a shirt that says $9.99.
What I would find more hilarious with that is if the T-shirt says $9.99 on the front, but it costs you $15 or $20 to buy it. It'd be like, wait.
Oh, what? It would.
My brain. It'd be like Pew when she read that this is a blank card.
All right, so with your 5th award, take it away, Jim.
All right. So is this the last award?
Yes. Until we go to promo and match of the night.
Oh, good. So I have the final award. I was hoping to. Because I don't know if I was the only one that noticed this, because it happened very, very quickly, but I noticed it. Was anybody paying particularly close attention to right after they showed the replay of the Orton promo from the beginning of the night?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody notice it but me?
What was that?
I didn't.
Hashtag TableCam.
Ah.
Table knew that Orton was getting too much attention on this run. It could not stand for that. So, and between the replay of the Orton promo and them cutting to the back to Orton and Rollins having another promo in the back, camera made sure that it took the camera from the camera guy, put it on itself, and then cut over to itself for 5 seconds to break up the Ortonness.
Soon Orton will be table.
Mm-hmm. Or
foreshadowing.
Maybe the camera guy put his camera down for a second because they weren't at the rig and the production guy screwed up again second time in the night. I don't know, but
yeah,
I like to think the table wanted attention and wanted to break up the overall Ortonness of the evening.
Well, Richter, there's your answer.
Where's your answer?
In the chat.
Do they have a 9.99 T-shirt?
They do. It's a women's only T-shirt, and it is in fact $9.99. But it's
Why
on
is it
sale.
a women's only T-shirt? That's sexist.
Yep, the male ones don't have $9.99 on it. Only the female one does.
Boo.
That's because which one's going to draw the eye?
Yeah, especially where the $9.99 is placed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's legit. They actually made it $9.99. I didn't think they would do that.
There you go.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Ordering now.
Yeah, order it for White
Oh,
Flame.
yeah.
I'll order 2 and just tape them together so I can wear them.
Yes. Or wear one and pretend you're the Hulk in the mirror.
Yeah.
I like to think that's what Richter does. He goes to, like, I don't know, garage sales or car boot sales, whatever you'd call them, finds, like, T-shirts in, like, small or something like that, grabs it, puts it on and goes, in front of the mirror. There's this kid, Daddy, are you being Hulk again? I am. And they just walk away with their heads low, like they're so disappointed right now. He's still in the mirror.
That's what Rick do.
Yes.
$9.99.
Yep, and that would be why you see Steph wearing the shirt, not Triple H.
I don't know.
All right, so with your last award, take it away, Mole.
Oh, and I'd like to know if any ladies out there that want it, the $9.99 shirt is on sale for $6.99.
I already said that.
I didn't hear that.
My last award is just a simple name. I just called it Put It On, Bro.
Mm-hmm.
This was for the fact, yet again on main event, because I've seen it on main event, I've seen it on SmackDowns and stuff, we keep having Adam Rose versus Fandango. I like both of those two guys in the ring when they're fighting each other. They're pretty damn good. Make this a full-fledged feud leading up to a pay-per-view and put on like the Raw and stuff like that and build it up to an actual pay-per-view match. I would watch that. And before people say, well, that'd be the dumbest thing they could do for this, they've built up stupid feuds before now, or feuds that people aren't really interested in. At least this one, they have good matches. And that was it. Back to Richter.
All right. So for my last award, I call this the Jersey Dragon. And in the opening match on NXT, I just like the way that it was Enzo and Cass versus the Lucha Dragons, hence the part of the dragon. Anyway, but I like that Big Cass came in to save him, and then he just grabbed Enzo and just dragged him to his corner and then got out so he could tag him. And I'm like, why can't you do that in the games? Just like drag your own partner there. Now you can make a tag. I'm like, I like that. That's
clever. That's clever. I like that.
Yep. That should be a mechanic in the game.
yeah.
It should be.
Should be the heel version of Hot Tag.
There you go. Okay,
I
so
can agree
now
with that. But then, well, what do you do if you have a tag team where one is a face and one is a heel? Which do you do? Which does the game use? The hot tag or the drag tag?
You don't. Before your matchup, you have that cutscene of you guys arguing against which one's going to start the match. You two don't get on. You don't have chemistry.
So you don't get a hot tag. Fair enough. I could agree with that. Chirp,
All
chirp,
right.
chirp.
So then with our weekly awards, take it away, Mole.
Okay, for Raw, I gave it to the opening promo. That's the only reason I was quiet when Marcus gave the opening statement. I gave it to the opening promo, only because I thought it was hilarious that the part he left off was Seth Rollins did what Orton did first. Seth Rollins cut jokes on every member of the Authority, then goes, "No, guys, I'm just kidding" and stuff. It's Seth Rollins and stuff. Then Orton did it, and he insults Noble with stuff like, "Yeah, well, you're just jealous because people know who I am, and also I can go on all the rides at Disney."
Oh yeah, I love what he says about that because he's like rips on Noble being short. He's like Mole said, you're just mad because I'm eligible to ride all the rides at Disney. And he turns and looks at me and goes, "Don't worry, my 6-year-old daughter knows how you feel." I was just like, oh, dude.
Yep. If there's one thing Marcus knows, it's short jokes are funny.
Ha.
He's probably like, "Damn you." But no, I thought the opening segment for Raw was pretty well done. It was pretty cool. And for the match of the night, I gave it to Orton and Rollins versus Reigns in a 2-on-1 handicap match because the ending made it awesome. In fact, I had to mute a second while I burped, but the ending made it awesome. You actually got Orton turning on Seth. You finally got the payoff you've been after, and he beat the shit out of him because Orton had made the Authority turn on themselves during the night leading up to this.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins was alone. He took his chance and he went with it, which is a shame because some web pages, that whether or not this is true or not, I don't know about. It apparently has been proven. A load of fans left the arena for the main event because they saw Reigns was in the main event, so they thought, well, he's going to win. I don't care, and left. I hate that, but yeah, the matchup itself wasn't a bad match, and I thought it was a great way for Orton to finally just pull the trigger. Like, he planned and manipulated all of this to this one moment, and then he had his opportunity and he took it, which is great. I always like that because you got the payoff you wanted of him beating the shit out of Rollins. You got it. And we're going to have the matchup eventually, which probably at WrestleMania, which that's awesome. So yeah, they were my two for Raw. Back to Hammer.
All right. So with your match and promo of the night, take it away, Jim.
Alrighty. So, my match of the night, I actually give it to the Usos versus the Matadores because that was actually a really athletic match. It kind of got merged into that from the other two matches prior, but that was actually really athletic. They were flying around, throwing each other outside the ring. They were diving in and out, bouncing off the top rope, and it was a really athletic match. I liked it. And I give the promo of the night to basically Bray Wyatt promoing an urn because, quite frankly, the combination of the way he, even though it made no logical sense with the Undertaker's current state and the lack of urn, but the way he was cutting the promo and banging the Undertaker, and he had the urn, and the smoke came out, and it freaked him out a little bit. He fell over, and then there was the gong and the lights, and then the rocking chair appeared, and he set it on fire with lightning. I'm like, okay, that was awesome.
And then it said, "The man come round."
Yes, I like that.
Which
said,
was awesome.
"You will rest in peace."
Yep. Which it was awesome. Like I said, my only problem with that was, does that mean Bray Wyatt has taken out Paul Bearer's sons?
Oh, one of them is dead.
Yes, but Undertaker gave them the urn. Which means he must have done something to him, either that, or Could Paul Bearer's sons be Sister Abigail?
Ah.
I'm just putting that out there because, like I said to Marcus, that's weird. You shouldn't have gone with the urn because I understand why you
Yeah.
did. He gave that away. It was symbolic of he gave it to Paul Bearer.
Mm-hmm.
You've undone the symbolism.
Pretty much.
It has, but that was outside. That was outside of K-fob. That doesn't count.
I would make the case Undertaker stayed in character.
Yes.
I would make the case he was the only one.
I would make the case that the others have a character.
I would also like to say they missed a huge opportunity here, as Mole and I had been discussing since we realized Bray Wyatt was going to go after The Undertaker. Instead of the urn, it should have been Biker Undertaker. To the point that if he comes out like that, Bray Wyatt won't know what the fuck to do. Then it's like, wait, what? But you're supposed to be. You do realize I have no powers now, right, dumbass? I'm just going to beat your ass into the ground.
See, I was kind of hoping that they had the urn and the smoke, and everything started going. It was like gong, gong. I was actually really hoping, like, you know, Bray Wyatt's expecting all this, doing this whole spectacle. I really almost like gong, gong. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for that.
I just thought that'd be awesome if he's trying to do him with all these powers. Like, come on, Undertaker, you're just like me. We have these powers. I mean, Undertaker just comes out and goes, we've never had powers. It's just been something we use to psychologically dissect our opponents, which he has mentioned in the past when he was Ministry Taker and stuff. So it's like, why not just do that again and come out as Biker? Let him cut the normal promo so he can eventually go into the Hall of Fame and stuff. And also, like Marcus said, and which I mentioned to him, of the Bray Wyatt wouldn't know what the fuck to do because he's expecting weird Undertaker who's going to play mind games. He's just getting someone who's just going to go to the ring and beat the shit out of him. He's going to get last rided. He's going to get kicked. And because it's Undertaker, he knows these psychological games are fake. Bray Wyatt has nothing to go on. It's sort of like Bray Wyatt's at the disadvantage. Like, oh fuck, what the fuck do I do? It's kind of cool. It'd be like,
well, he knows if he's really studied the Undertaker, wants the tape opera, he knows exactly what to do. He hires DDP to stalk his wife.
well, hell, I'm just going to throw this out here because I know we already getting the other matchup, but they should have gone the other route.
What route was that?
They should have joked Bray Wyatt.
Oh?
He brings Undertaker, wants Undertaker to come back. He's asking for his Undertaker. Undertaker comes to ring his bike and he's like, you're not my Undertaker. Just throws off the urn and walks the fuck off. And that's when Sting comes out and challenges Undertaker to WrestleMania like a big red herring of Bray Wyatt v Undertaker. No, it's Sting v Undertaker. You'd be like, wait, what the fuck? That'd just be awesome because it'd be like you're playing with our expectations and stuff like that, and it'd give you the matchup everyone expected in a way no one expected.
That would
Plus,
be fun.
I also like the idea of Bray Wyatt being like mind games and being like, I want my Undertaker. He gets a different one. He's like, well, this isn't fun, and just walks off. I don't know why. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I also think if they'd have gone with Biker Taker, if they'd have used a specific version of him, the theme song just kind of fits exactly for the feud of Dead Man Walking. You've done it now. It's just like, oh, shit. Yeah, Bray run. Oh, no, I just think that theme song would work. It's like, yeah, Bray, you've done it now. You're screwed.
Yep.
What does Ricky think?
I don't know. I haven't seen much of the build-up for Bray Undertaker, so.
That's because there really hasn't been much. It's basically Bray Wyatt in a dark room talking crazy,
know.
talking about how he, and officially for weeks on end, how he wants him to come and I'm waiting, come find me. And then finally finally at the last pay-per-view, he outright said it was the Undertaker he wanted, and then he cut this raw promo, which you should YouTube.
To be fair, as I pointed out, before he said it was Undertaker at the pay-per-view, it was obvious because his promo wasn't just come find me. He talked about death. He hammered nails in a coffin, just like Undertaker did when he was first Undertaker, when he first debuted and was building coffins. It made so much sense. It was Undertaker. Everything about it screamed Undertaker. So it's not like it came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
True. Yep.
But yeah, you should go watch the You should go check out that promo. If only to have that old school feeling when you see something get set on fire with lightning.
You know what I think would be hilarious, because they could still do it. After all of this, because Undertaker still hasn't come out yet. When he finally comes out, he needs to come out as Biker Taker. And Bray Wyatt needs to be like, the fuck, but what about the lightning stuff? He's like, idiot, those aren't powers. Those are theatrics. And this is going to be my fist meeting your face if you don't move in 5 seconds. It could still work.
I
don't know, what do you think, Will?
I was going to say, he could come out as Ministry Taker and introduce us to the higher power. Virgil!
Ha!
I will insert Virgil into storylines, god damn it. I will make him relevant.
If he's going to be Ministry Virtual, would it be Virtual of the naked variety?
No, because that's only for an underling. He would be the higher power, so he'd be in the Vince role.
Ah.
I will also make the case Naked Midian was after Ministry.
Well, yeah, I thought he became Naked Midian because of Ministry, because wasn't that when he got inducted into the Ministry?
No, he was Midian with the tattoos and the stuff like that. Then when Undertaker started to go off on his own around corporate ministry to the end, when Undertaker was then teaming with Big Show, you had Midian go as Naked Midian and stuff like that, and like the Acolytes become APA and stuff like that because they were all trying to make themselves different to Ministry.
And the Brood become ENC.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And Gangrel become irrelevant.
And Richter become lovable.
Exactly.
Gangrel.
I liked Gangrel.
I like the Brood's theme song.
Gangrel is one of those few characters, I will say. I thought he was shit in the ring, but his character was so awesome, I liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Thorne when he had Ariel with him. I liked Ariel when she did the laying down, and I was like, that's a cool way of doing the vampires, and it feels different to the whole, I don't know what you call it, the whole Gangrel Brood thing, which I still make the case. WWE missed the beat with Kevin Thorne.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. Well, yeah, but no. Let's say they kept Kevin Thorne as a vampire, like they were wanting to, and like they should have. And let's say they kept him hired, assuming the fake Brood stuff or the actual Brood stuff or whatever was real or fake doesn't matter. If they kept him as a vampire, how fucking huge could they push that character 1 year later when Twilight was a thing? And everyone was then into vampires again. It's like, no, you missed the beat. It's like, I don't know, taking Batista and putting him in Evolution and jobbing him the hell out before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, wait.
Well, how about having The Rock come out and then be world champion just to fucking lose it at WrestleMania right when he has a fit? You know, they miss a lot of beats.
I've noticed.
And I'm kidding, because he always has fucking films coming out.
Yeah. That's like making a film about wrestling starring a guy and then making him the champion after it bombed. Oh wait.
It didn't bomb. It sold enough to warrant multiple releases.
Not according to that Monday Night War thing we watched.
Yes, but according to someone that's owned 3 different copies of it, some of which were released after the fact due to collectors and special editions.
Fair enough.
I love that film. You should watch it. It's fun just because of the whole thing of, like, right at the beginning, whenever anyone pretends wrestling's fake to David Arquette's character, where he screams, "Wrestling's not fake!" That's why, like, when Crispy's
Still real to me, damn it!
That's why when Crispy's here, you'll hear me and Crispy when we're watching wrestling together either reference the "It's still real to me, damn it" from the interview, or we also go with when someone's like, "Yeah, but it's all scripted and fake anyway." We'll also go with the "Wrestling's not fake."
Nice.
That's where that came from. Ready to Rumble. It's kind of a fun film.
Fair enough.
Although it's weird that the main wrestler in the film, as in the main villain who has the title for the longest time, it's an actor, not an actual WCW star. And I don't mean David Arquette. I mean Jimmy the King. I like that one.
Cool.
Mm.
Can I hug Richter? How, Marcus? If I PayPal you money, how much will get me 3 Richter hugs?
Wait,
We'll talk after the recording.
Yay! You will be hugged.
Don't know why he gets the money.
Because I'm your manager.
Apparently. Are you booking me in matches?
Richter, you will be hugged. Come find me.
Richter Hammer versus Chriz the Mole in a hug it out match.
As I'm hugging Richter, this is not what Rick do. I need an adult.
As long as we get a training montage with Bailey.
Yeah, we do need a training montage. And it'll just be me hugging various stuff like bags of flour, the meat, at the then like Rocky really punches the meat, I'll just be hugging it.
You?
No, I can't hug Richter. He's wearing a steel plate like Bret Hart to avoid the spear. But no, back to Rick.
All right. So, well, you want to do your match and promo of the night then, Marcus?
Sure. All right, my match of the night is Wade Barrett versus Daniel Bryan, non-title. Because I thought, generally speaking, the match itself was actually pretty good. You know, and it's Daniel Bryan, so there was some level of technicality there. And Barrett's actually pretty good in the ring, so when you put him in the ring with someone of Bryan's technical prowess, you actually get a pretty good match. So I really enjoyed that match. I believe Barrett lost that match and then came back for Retribution when he came back to try to get the title back, and R-Truth jacked it anyway. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. My promo of the night. Oh, what's that, Mo?
Oh, I just said, yeah, that match was pretty fun.
Yeah. And my promo of the night, I actually gave it to Paul Heyman for his promo with Brock Lesnar out there about WrestleMania and Roman Reigns and stuff. Just because I don't know if it seems like it could have been planned, but at the same time, it seems like Paul was making shit up on the fly because his microphone kept cutting out and coming back on. So it half felt like he had to make shit up on the fly to incorporate the mic cutting out into the promo.
Yeah, it may have been planned because they did that to him last week and I believe the week before. So it's becoming a little like when they kept like the first time they cut Punk's microphone off, awesome. Mm-hmm. Every week when they were doing it, when he was talking about something completely unrelated to something they'd want to be censored, it's like, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed the promo. I thought it was really good. I thought Brock Lesnar being out there was superfluous because he didn't do anything or say anything. He just stood there with the title. It's like, see, your champion is here and he's got the title. It's like, if you're actually going to show up, fucking do something.
That's because, to be fair, you don't always need the champion to do something. With Brock, he's more like a Andre the Giant, where Paul Heyman's like Bobby the Brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, he's voicing him. All Brock needs to do is stand there with the title and he looks impressive.
Yeah, but I figure with Brock, just because he only shows up once in a blue moon, it's like when he shows up, he should do more than just stand there with the title, you know? Like, I don't know, come in the final match and like fucking F5 Roman Reigns or something, just something. Since he's not going to bother to show up, you know, every week with the title.
I think they would have done that, but if he'd done that and come out and F5'd Roman Reigns, that would have stopped Randy getting his revenge and going Randy.
Which is fine, but he could have done some other stuff. I don't know. They could have made something up for him to do. Or have someone like interrupt the promo or something and just have him F5 someone there. Just, I don't know. I wanted to see him do something since he bothered to actually show up.
I don't know. It's really hard to go Randy with interruptions. Going Randy needs to be a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I understand your point. Yeah, they should have had that. Like, they could have easily replaced Roman Reigns with Daniel Bryan or someone else earlier in the match, or something like that, and then like you could have still had like say Bryan versus those two and and then Randy Orton wins, yada yada yada, and had Reigns, because we still need Reigns v Brock to actually have some sort of confrontation before WrestleMania, like a physical one.
Yeah, or if they wanted to, with Reigns having that match, just for kind of like a joke type thing, but at least it would have had Brock do something, like something physical, since, we all know he's not that great on the mic, and Paul Heyman was the one cutting the promo anyway. They should have had Curtis Axel interrupt him and just be like, yeah, now that you're here, I'm going to tell you face to face, I deserve a title shot, blah, 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 and just have Brock just sit there, and all of a sudden he just starts to crack a smile and laugh, and then just picks him up and F5s him and leaves with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. It's like the thing Richter had talked about for one of his awards. You could easily have Brock be the one that Reigns spears through a barricade.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
True. But yeah, that was my promo of the night, because I did like that promo.
Cool.
Which was pretty good.
Back to Richter.
Richter!
Okay, so
Tower!
my promo of the night from NXT was surprisingly enough the one that Alex Riley gave shortly before his match, where they're just like, "Oh, what's it feel like to coming back here?" And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Imagine that you're stuck in a cage and you're starving and you're watching everyone else out there eating all the time." And it's just a really good, promo where he's really selling the fact that he was like, while he was an announcer, he was just, jealous of that everyone else got to go out there and wrestle. And I thought it was really well done. And I was like, wow, I didn't know he could cut actually a really good promo.
Who cut that promo?
Alex Riley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. And so yeah, I mean, I guess I'd recommend if you guys.
Although,
see it
can I make
on
one
NXT.
point though?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So he did this whole promo about saying it's what it's like to watch everybody else being starving on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Right back.
No, that's a good joke.
Oh,
No.
I thought you were going to insert the right back joke.
No. I was going to make a point that he's going to go through all this about being stuck on the outside and being that and the other thing. Please tell me Corey Graves got up and punched him in the face.
No.
Oh.
Corey Graves is already full.
And I would argue, Richter, it shouldn't surprise you that much, the fact that he could cut a decent promo like that. I mean, how long has he been doing the commentary thing? He's had a lot of practice on the mic.
True, he's had practice on the mic, but that doesn't necessarily mean great promos. Look at Heel Cole.
Yeah, but Cole's not a wrestler. Alex Riley's a wrestler.
Now he is. We can
He
go.
was before.
Yeah. He had a 2-year break.
He was, but I was saying he may have got good on the mic with the commentating, but that doesn't always equal promo skills because there's a certain amount of acting in that.
True.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I thought he was only okay on commentary. So, I don't know. It just kind of surprised me. Like Mole said, it's definitely I mean, there is some crossover, but they are different skill sets.
Yeah, I thought he was good at the pre-show stuff, not necessarily commentary.
Yeah.
Pre-show was great when he's just having conversation, and like Corey Graves does and stuff, where they pull from personal experiences while they're talking about the stuff. I always like the pre-show stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was talking strictly about like.
Yeah,
NXT
I was saying I hadn't
commentary,
seen much of him on commentary.
No, that's fair. I haven't seen much of the pre-show stuff, but like what little I've seen, I'm like, oh, like Renee, I think she's really good at that, and like commentary, she was okay, but I think she was a lot better at the pre-show, or like it was before the pay-per-view, so I don't know if she was on the Raw ones or not, but.
I will say Renee's one of those talents, in my opinion, with WWE. They're going to be a fool when they let her go.
Yeah.
Only because she's, in my opinion, she's good on the commentary. She's great at doing interviews. She's great at like hosting and pre-show stuff. It's like she hosted a panel with people like Cesaro, Austin, Sting, and Roman Reigns. I think Cena was there and stuff, all on this one panel, and she was the best part, which was brilliant in my opinion. Because you had people like Austin mentioning that he didn't like, oh yeah, and he mentioned someone else when Fandango was shown. It's like, no, it's Fandango. He actually wrestles here.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, well, that's great. Sting, I liked Sting, but everyone kept asking him the same fucking question all night of, what match would you enjoy if you ever had a match in WWE? To which he kept saying Undertaker, and when they asked him again, he kept saying Undertaker, and in the end, he was like, you keep asking, I know you all know I'm going to say Undertaker, and some people on this panel may snigger at this, but that's because you keep asking me the same question, and the answer's not going to change within this hour. I want Undertaker. And it's like, yeah, Renee was the only one that got everyone right and hosted everything well. And I was like, you know what I mean? I feel she's one of those talents that when they let her go, if they do like they did with Coach and stuff, they've sort of missed out.
Mm-hmm.
That might just be me.
I can agree with that. I like Renee.
I nominate Renee for host of WrestleMania.
There you go.
I nominate Virgil.
Ha!
Let him be in something.
He is in something. The unemployment line.
Yeah, nice.
Poor Virgil.
He was also in WWE 2014, so yeah.
True.
Mm.
So he was in something.
True, he was in a bad video game.
At least he was in something.
He was, but we need more. We need more Virgil. Like, make him the manager for the New Day.
That would actually be amazing.
I thought Tony Atlas was gonna. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so then my match of the night, strangely enough, was the opening match with Enzo and Big Cass versus the Lucha Dragons, because it just, I don't know, it was the most entertaining, strangely. But there was one part where there was a Kalisto, I believe it was, did a really nice. So Enzo was like kneeling, but like standing, you know, like where you're standing on your knees, kind of. And Kalisto like jumped up to like Hurricane Rana him and just planted his face in the ground. I'm like, oh, okay, that was not what I thought was gonna happen, but that looked really brutal, nice. And like I said, the end was pretty funny where Enzo was like beat up and they were gonna do a double team to him, the Lucha Dragons, and Cass ran in and kicked Sin Cara into the rope, which then crotched Kalisto on it, and then dragged his partner over and so he could tag him. And then he did a I don't know how to. He like basically Enzo got up on the top and then Cass like lifted him up to drop him into like a splash. I don't know. It was really high because he was just lifting him, but it was pretty cool.
Fair enough.
All right, so there you have it. Unless there's anything else, anyone like to add really quick?
No, I think we covered it all.
Yep.
All right, so thank you everyone for joining us, and we hope to have you back here next week where we talk about some more wrestling, and WrestleMania is coming up in a few weeks, so definitely check that out, and then tune in to our YouTube channel here where we will then have a special after that. So thank you very much, and good night.